Elizabeth Cermak from Your Highest Light, Master Life Coach and Spiritual Coach and Angel Card Reader. And I'm here today to talk to you guys a little bit about why you might be feeling a little bit iffy this week. Iffy is what I called it on Instagram and Facebook yesterday. We have about 4 planets, I believe, in retrograde right now. And this is according to universallifetools.com. You can go on there and you can see specifically about what each planet in retrograde, what it means and what it does to us. We hear a lot about Mercury being in retrograde, and really with Mercury in retrograde, all that means is that things might not go quite as planned. You know, you might have some technical issues and things might not, your trip, you might not actually leave on time like you thought you would. They say not to start anything new with Mercury retrograde, but actually I don't believe that that's true. I believe it's okay. But there's a lot of other planets in retrograde right now, and I have them written down here. Mercury, Saturn, Neptune, and Pluto. So all those other planets have a lot of deeper meanings as well, and they cause us to have a lot of deep emotions and things that maybe need to be cleared. So if you've been feeling iffy, like I say, I've been feeling iffy kind of emotionally, socially, physically, spiritually. If you've been feeling a little bit iffy, welcome to the human experience. It's okay. It's actually a good thing. It means that you're connected to the cosmos. And honestly, if you're being affected by this, whether or not you know it. So it's better to know it. For me, I find comfort in knowing that I'm affected by this stuff because then I feel like I'm not alone. I feel like I'm not crazy, that I didn't make this up, that I'm a part of everything and I'm affected by this. So in the Numinous this week, they talk about how Carl Jung used the term shadow to talk about the side of us that we find unacceptable, that we find lower, and we actually need to look at those shadow sides. The shadow side of us, we're human. A Course in Miracles says, "You are a teacher of God. You are not perfect, or you would not be here." So we're human, and it's okay to have. A lot of times we look at we're high achievers. We want to achieve a lot. We want to feel great. We want to. I tend to be a perfectionist in that I want to feel the right way all the time. I want to feel high vibe. I want to feel perfect. And that doesn't work. That you're human. It's okay to be who you are. I'll never forget one time my mom, I was talking to my mom once because I felt like I didn't act perfectly in a situation. I can't remember exactly what the situation was, but basically she said to me, "Elizabeth, be who you are. I like who you are." And that basically meant that it was okay to be human, that it was okay to be annoyed. That's okay, that's part of the human experience. Ruby Warrington from the Numinous said this week, "The truth is that we all have a shadow. I believe our real spiritual work is identifying and lovingly reintegrating it, and this is the basis for living a high vibe life." So those lower vibe feelings, shame, guilt, fear, all those feelings that we call low vibe, we need to get to those feelings. We need to get through those feelings in order to experience the higher vibe feelings of oneness, of peace. I think it's David Hawkins. I'll have to put a comment on it, but it's from the Numinous, something of human consciousness, and I think it's David Hawkins. And on the top is enlightenment, peace, and on the bottom is fear, shame, and guilt. They talk about that on the Numinous as well this week. So a couple things to look into, but yeah, it's okay. So I really want you to think about how this week, be gentle with yourself, acknowledge your shadow side, make it your friend, let it teach you something, be compassionate with yourself, be overly compassionate, as compassionate as you can be with yourself this week. And I had a problem this week where I was like, oh my gosh, I'm not getting anything done. And so I want you to really think about what is one thing you did this week that you're proud of. It is there. You might have to think about it for a while, but what is one thing that you did this week that you accomplished that you're proud of? It could be something that might seem small, but when you focus on it, you'll make it bigger and you'll make that gratitude bigger. And we all know this, but we need to think about it because this week I was honestly like, oh my gosh, I didn't get anything done. And then I realized, wait a minute, yeah, I did. I got my first landing page done. Yay. It took forever. I had to wait and get answers to things. And sometimes you get stuck and you can't go any further, but that's okay. So acknowledge, what did you get done this week? And acknowledge, even think about, it's August right now, right? So we've had 8 months pass. So think about the past year. What have you accomplished that you're proud of? I had to think about it, but for me, I got my master's life coach certificate. I became a certified group coach, a certified laser coach. I got my new website going. And so that's just me, and I had to think about it before I could think about those awesome, huge things that I actually got done this year that I wasn't giving myself credit for. So what about you? What are some awesome things that you have gotten done this year that maybe you haven't been giving yourself credit for? Give yourself credit for them so you can acknowledge, so you can feel good, so you can get through that shadow side of you. Acknowledge what you've done well, and so you can feel better, and then you can move forward. You know, you have 4 months left in the year, so what else do you want to get done this year? What's one more thing you want to get done this year? One of the cards I pulled from Gabby Bernstein's deck was, I create mindful moments throughout the day, reminding myself that I am love and miracles are natural. And so remember that you are love and miracles are natural. You don't have to try so hard. It's okay. You're a human being. You're a spiritual being having a human experience. And as the Course in Miracles says, it's okay. You're not perfect. You're a teacher of God. You are not perfect, or you would not be here. So it's okay to have that shadow side. It's okay to get annoyed with people. It's okay to feel depressed. It's okay to have negative thoughts. I know I'm all about positive thinking, but we don't want to be afraid of that negative and that shadow side either. Okay, I love you guys. Peace and love. I will see you next Friday, and I will see you here on IGTV soon. Bye.